One ticket, one form, one mistake, and no citizenship. Yes, this is really happening. USCIS is denying citizenship applications over small things. A red light ticket, a civil speeding fine, an inconsistency between your N-400 and your green card form. And in 2025, under tighter scrutiny, the risk is even higher. If you're applying for U.S. citizenship, listen closely. What you think doesn't matter might be the one thing that gets your application denied. USCIS isn't just reviewing, they're cross-checking. Here's what most people don't realize. The moment you submit your N-400, USCIS pulls your full history. Your I-485 green card application, your biometrics, any prior immigration filings, criminal records, citations, even sealed court info. They're not just looking for red flags, they're looking for discrepancies. And even something minor, if it wasn't disclosed earlier, can now look like you were hiding it. The inconsistency trap, a real threat. This is where most people slip up. You're filling out the N-400 and you hit these questions. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained? Have you ever committed a crime, even without being arrested? And then it hits you. You had a traffic ticket years ago, but it's not on your I-485.
Why?
Maybe your lawyer said it didn't matter. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you thought traffic tickets weren't important. Now what? 2025 is not 2015. USCIS has changed. Under the Trump 2025 administration, USCIS has shifted gears. It's no longer a benefits agency. It's acting like an enforcement agency. They're digging deeper. They're holding applicants to higher standards. And they're looking for signs of misrepresentation, even accidental. Real denials based on minor mistakes. Immigration lawyers are seeing these cases. Denied N-400 over a $150 red light camera ticket. Denied for a 6-year-old civil speeding fine. Denied over a non-criminal ticket that wasn't disclosed on the I-485. It wasn't the violation. It was the inconsistency. From USCIS's point of view, if your N-400 reveals something new, the question is, why wasn't it there before? Why people get this wrong, and why it matters more now. Most immigrants don't lie on purpose. They just don't realize that what seems small to them isn't small to USCIS. A $75 ticket from 8 years ago? That's nothing until it creates a mismatch. USCIS doesn't care about the fine itself. They care about your integrity across time. And that's what's changing in 2025. Under the new administration, moral character is being redefined to include not just your criminal record, but your consistency, your intent, and your history. Misrepresentation equals automatic denial. USCIS doesn't just check if a violation was serious. They ask if your answer was honest and complete across all forms. If you say no citations on your green card form, and yes, I had a ticket on your N-400, that mismatch can trigger a request for evidence or a flat-out denial. And here's the kicker. Even if the citation wouldn't have impacted your case, hiding it might. Don't rely on the 5-year rule. Many people think, if it happened more than 5 years ago, it doesn't count. That's not true. USCIS does focus on your moral character for the last 5 years, but they still review your past applications. So if something new shows up on your N-400, even from 10 years ago, even a small fine, USCIS may interpret it as dishonesty, not just a mistake. Your best strategy: full, proactive disclosure. Here's how to protect yourself. Disclose all citations. Don't guess. Even if you think it's not important, USCIS might see it differently. Use the additional information box. Explain anything that wasn't included in your green card form. You can write, "To the best of my knowledge, I have disclosed all prior citations. I did not include a minor traffic citation in my original I-485 as I was advised it was not required. I now wish to disclose it for full transparency." That simple message could be the difference between approval and denial. What if you're already filed and forgot something? If you've already submitted your N-400 and suddenly realize you forgot to disclose a citation, don't panic. You can still take action before your interview. Here's what attorneys recommend. Bring it up during your naturalization interview. Be transparent about why it was left out. Bring any supporting documents or receipts if available. Tell the truth, even if it's awkward. Officers may appreciate your honesty more than your perfection. Trying to hide it is far riskier than admitting it too late. What you don't need to do, unless asked. You don't need to provide full court records for old minor tickets. You don't need a sworn affidavit. You do need to be ready to discuss it clearly at your interview. For serious past issues, talk to a lawyer. If your past includes arrests, charges, allegations of fraud, domestic violence, theft, or assault, then you absolutely must consult an immigration lawyer before filing your N-400. Because USCIS can, and sometimes does, initiate removal proceedings if they suspect the green card was obtained fraudulently. Here's what USCIS is really looking for. They want to know, are you telling the truth? Are your answers consistent with your past? Are you demonstrating good moral character, not just now, but over time? And if your story suddenly changes, if something new appears on your N-400, they will question it. Top 5 mistakes that could trigger denial. Leaving off old tickets because they're not criminal. Copying your I-485 answers onto your N-400 without corrections. Assuming the 5-year rule protects you. Not checking past filings for consistency. Panicking at the interview and giving a different explanation. Top 5 things you should do instead. List all tickets and citations. Explain past omissions in writing. Review your I-485, I-130, and previous forms carefully. Practice your interview answers confidently. Consult a lawyer if you have any doubts. Don't let a small mistake wreck a big dream. Naturalization is a big step. You've waited years. You've followed every rule. But this part, this final form, matters more than you think. One mistake, one mismatch, can destroy the trust USCIS is looking for. So don't take chances. Be honest. Be prepared. Be consistent. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a critical update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.